God, ma femme, c'est un anglo-chick. Oh là, ça c'est une autre histoire. Et j'ai essayé de sortir, avec des French chicks, mais ça n'a pas marché. Chaque fois que je demande, ça tente-tu d'aller au Pacini's avec Mike Paterson? Les French chicks think I'm like, no.
Mike Paterson, no stranger to Montreal audiences, familiar face on the comedy scene, and he's just started season 2 of his original comedy series, Let's All French, Ottawa, on Bell Fibe TV1. And bonjour, Mike Paterson. Je trouve que ton accent a bien amélioré beaucoup.
Oui,
ton
ça
accent
fait bro.
Oui, oui.
J'ai parlé un peu plus croche, mais maintenant, je suis vraiment bon à speaking French.
Tu te débrouilles très bien en français.
Yeah!
Et où tu as appris ton français, à West Island ou...
Non, j'ai appris à Laval.
À Laval, non.
Le centre de qui, dans un bowling alley de Laval.
Non, c'est pas le français de Laval. Ça, c'est trop pire pour le français de Laval.
No, but there was a guy named Daniel Pilon that
Yeah.
just got out of prison, and he didn't speak any English, and he taught everybody at the bowling alley to speak French. So I have to
Are you serious? That's where
I'm
you.
dead serious.
That's where you learned it. I love your.
And Danielle was very serious too. He was always like,
okay,
like, whoa.
Okay,
He was our employee, but we were scared of him.
So tell me, this must have been very daunting when you first went on stage and you said, "I'm going to do this act," because it's not only the speaking French, it's like. It's not the same comedy.
It is exactly the same comedy, and the way it was actually not as daunting as you imagine.
Really?
Because the way I got into French comedy was like, remember Casual Sport?
Yeah.
Like it was like a sports cage. They had me going up on the screen every time the Canadians got 5 goals, and you get chicken wings. Like I was the face of free chicken wings.
Yeah.
But there was other French comedians around at the Bell Center. They were like, hey, you have to come with me and do Drummondville. And I'm like, no, I would be terrible. They're like, I'll give you $300. And I was like, what? So I went, and I made $300 for doing 10 minutes. 6 shows in, somebody's like, would you like to audition for my comedy festival in Quebec City with Comedy Ha? And I was like, no, thank you. And they're like, we will pay you $250 to audition. And I was like, what? I didn't get a hotel room. And I was like, what? And my night show was on television, and I got like a couple $1,000. And then the host of that gala was Riel Belin, and he was starting a Music Plus show. Like, remember Music Plus?
Yeah.
It's like MTV, but crappy. He hired me for 26 episodes of a Music Plus show. And then he just didn't understand. The whole premise was like I would tell him a joke, and then he wouldn't understand my accent, and then he'd get really bad. And then that was like my role on the show every day. I'd be like, hey, I'll let Tim Hortons, il y a du lasagne maintenant. He's like, quoi? Tim Hortons, tu manges des donuts, mais maintenant il y a du lasagne. Avant, il y avait des gars gros blancs. Maintenant, il y a des gros chats orange. There's big orange cats like Garfield. And then Riel Belin would be like, anyway, and he'd continue on with his show, and then I would feel like defeated. So I wrote like 26 of those jokes. It was amazing.
Oh, really? So tell me about the Let's All French Ottawa. What is that?
So Bell Fibe TV1 approached me about doing a bilingual comedy special in like the Ottawa-Gatineau region, and then they were like, what if there was more? And then my wife and I started coming up with concepts, and then we met this guy, Christopher Redman, amazing director, directed a bunch of movies, but he's also done Sesame Street, which I'm like, ooh, I'm sold, right? So he's done some like Sesame Street. So like we started doing like this idea of like a vox pop kind of like we would go and we would force people who don't French to French with me.
Right.
And it's just hilarious. Like you go out and you just like, you go out and talk about something on the street, then they're all like really like embarrassed to be speaking French. But then when they hear how bad my French is, then they feel completely open.
I think your French is amazing, Mike.
It's there's a lot of people that just like, I was just at the premiere for Monteurs last night.
Monteurs?
Amazing film.
Liars?
Yeah. My wife and I, it's a liar, compulsive liar too. My wife and I translated the English subtitles.
Yeah.
and everybody's just laughing at my accent, like I'm just talking like, "Oh, the film, book it through," and then they're just like, like, but they have to take me seriously because I'm in a serious position, and I'm like, "No, you don't. Let's just have some fun."
I think it's quite appropriate, actually, now that I think of it, that you had a director who directed some Muppets, because you're kind like, in a way, no offense, like you can be a human Muppet if you want, right?
It is. I am kind of like that in the way Christopher Redmond described it to other people. I heard him. He said it's not more or less directing. It's enabling Mike Paterson to do all of his wacky stuff, because it's very wacky.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic how well you're doing, though, Mike. I think it's great.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah. I've really struggled and tried, and I'm like, it's very. A lot of people ask me why I'm not more famous, and I'm like, I live in my own house in the West Island. I'm crushing it. This is like, I got into this like 30 years ago, hoping to pay rent, and maybe be a garbage man.
Yeah,
and I've never been a garbage man. Like, you know
not yet. Not yet. Cross your fingers.
Still available.
Okay, so this is the type of thing that we can stream any time, or we have to watch it at a certain time?
Any customer of Bell, sorry if you're with anybody else, can watch it at any time. I made a great instructional video on how to watch it on my Facebook page. But you basically go to your Bell Fibe TV1 channel. You could like search my name, Mike Paterson, with one T. I'm Scottish. You can just put in Let's All French into the search bar. It'll show up. There's like now 11 full episodes, and it's fantastic.
Mais tu es écossais, je savais pas ça. Mais félicitations pour tous tes succès et à la prochaine.
Merci beaucoup, Andrew.
Okay.
Et lâche pas ton français. C'est vraiment bon.
Hey, lâche pas la patate.
Et peut-être un fois, on peut frencher ensemble.
Ah, mais oui, j'aimerais bien ça. Oui, j'aimerais bien ça. Parce que tu parles mon français.
De frencher avec vous, Andrew
Carter.
Oui.
Ah, mais oui.